the anti-Israel mob is out there. You know what got me, David? The headline in the New York Times yesterday was "Violence Erupts in the Middle East." And my thought was, if the New York Times were in 1941 like it is today, it would have been "Violence Erupts at Pearl Harbor."
That's right.
This is what
That's right.
This is what we're fighting. And by the way, here you are spending a good part of your life professionally defending Israel, which is a rather honorable thing to do. And now, of course, defending the United States with your Emergency Committee for America. In the minute we have, just comment on my thesis that hatred of America and hatred of Israel are related.
100% correct, Dennis. When I started my current work in 2015, it's called the Maccabee Task Force. We defend Israel on campuses across the country. I always argued Israel is the edge of the spear. The same hatred, the same ignorance that would lead one to see Israel not as a beacon of liberty and the highest of our values, but as an enemy. That same twisted worldview will inevitably lead people to view America the same way. They are related in that twisted worldview that leads you to hate Israel will inevitably lead you to hate our own country. But again, I was wrong. I predicted that might come in a generation. It's happening now in real time. The same students that had been leading the charge against Israel are now leading the charge against America. They're now leading the charge to remove protection from people of color living in our inner cities by defunding the police. They're now leading the charge to erase our history and recharacterize America as some racist project. They're 100% interrelated, and that's why I began to feel that as much as I love Israel and as much as I feel a calling to defend Israel, I love my country. America's my country, and those of us who love this country no longer have the option of sitting by silently. We see what happens when we do that.
Yep. Well, God bless you, David Brog. The Emergency Committee for America, EC digit 4, ecforamerica.org, or just pick it up at dennisprager.com.